Hey friends, Peggy Hall here from thehealthyamerican.org. It is Thursday. We are live streaming. It is December 30th. We are closing out 2021. And boy, oh boy, am I looking forward to 2022. I've got a question for you. Who owns your body? Yeah, let me know in a comment below. Who owns your body? Who has authority over your body? Who gets to decide what you do to your body and with your body? Let me know exactly and explicitly your answer and the reason for your answer. And as you are thinking about that, I want to bring you a word from the sponsor of Peggy to the Rescue. And we are going to hop right on over to virtualshield.com/Peggy. So let me share. And here we go. I want to let you know that a newly discovered software flaw is probably and possibly the most critical vulnerability of the last decade for anyone with an internet connected device. This software vulnerability grants hackers, spies, and criminals easy access to customer data off of countless enterprise level websites. Your privacy is in your hands. And that's why I use Virtual Shield every time I connect to the internet, which is day in, day out, all day, every day. Virtual Shield helps protect my online data from hackers, data mining companies, my own mobile carrier, and my own internet service provider. And this month, I have partnered with the creators of Virtual Shield to give you, my lovely, wonderful, healthy American audience, 50% off for life and a free 30-day trial of Virtual Shield's VPN to celebrate the new year. Just go to www.virtualshield.com/Peggy, and I will have a link for you to click below so you can start your free trial today. You know, I'm on the VPN, and it's so funny because if I'm on YouTube or some other website, it will say things like, "We do not ship to Brazil." I'm like, I'm not in Brazil, but the internet thinks I'm in Brazil. That's how cool these VPNs are. So I hope that you have one as well. Lately, I've been in New Zealand, I guess, and sometimes Romania. Who knows where? And that's part of the fun. Now, I'm here with you back, Peggy to the rescue. You can see it is raining outside. It's been raining nonstop for about 2 weeks here in Southern California, and it's actually been freezing. And I have a touch of the sniffles. Yes, remember we used to call it the sniffles, and a little bit of laryngitis, and I'm doing fine. I've got my hot, this is actually honey lime. I've got hot lime juice and honey. But what I want to talk about is you. I want to come to the rescue and help you with the struggles of oppression and tyranny. And my number one question, the actual only question upon which all of this is predicated, this whole entire hoopla and hogwash for going on 2 years, I'm going to round it out to just say 2 years. Here's the question. The question, the only question. Who owns your body? Who does your body belong to? Who gets to make decisions about your body? Who gets to tell you what to do with your body? And you may say, well, Peggy, my doctor. My doctor tells me what to do. My doctor is responsible for my body. Oh, really? Tell me more about that. Tell me more about how that works, that someone else is responsible for your body, that someone else has authority over what you do with your body or to your body. And beyond that, I would like to know the legal authority for that. You see, using power without authority is called tyranny. That is the dictionary definition of tyranny. And a tyrant is an individual who uses power, enforces or uses force and power without authority. Let me show you the dictionary definition of that. And I think, oh, here we go. Why don't we do this? And we are going to hop right on over. Let me share my screen again. We are going to go to Epic Times. Some people pronounce it Epoch Times, Epic Times. Isn't this interesting? 88 people have shared this story, apparently. I guess that's what that means. And it's interesting because I did a video all about the number 8 and 80 and 80 million and 80,000. And after I did that, some of you wonderful, healthy Americans sent me additional videos and links and stories and letters and memos where you keep seeing this 80,000 pop up again and again. I have a wonderful healthy American that's in my VIP program, and that is where you can get my personal help with your religious exemptions. We have our next class starting at 4 p.m. Pacific tonight. I want you to join it. And if you join, you are going to get, well, the VIP members are with us forever. It's a one-time membership fee. You pay once, you have access to us forever. You get your own personal email to ask me questions. You get a private one-on-one call with me and Pastor David. You get all of our documents, all of our information, all of our private group calls. For those of you that don't want the VIP level, we also have additional programs that you can invest in to invest in you and your rights and the laws that protect them. And one of our VIP members sent me a letter and she said, Peggy, look at this. It was from the city of Los Angeles. And sure enough, it said there were 80,000 something. It's like they love that number 8 and 80. And here we go. Interesting. Let me refresh and see if that number changes. Okay, now it's 90. How about that? All right. So yes, I was giving you the dictionary definition of tyrant. A tyrant is a person who uses power without authority. So authority would come from God. Authority would come from the people. Authority would come from laws, because as you know, there's no such thing as, why do they keep using this word mandate? Please stop using it, all right? It has no legal authority in what we're talking about. There is either a law, laws restrict behavior, but mandates are, it's a bunch of hogwash, all right? So do me a favor, don't use that word. You can call it an illegal measure. You can call it an illogical policy. You can call it, I like illegal. I think illegal, immoral, unethical, unthinkable, ungodly would be another adjective that I would use to describe this. So the next mayor of New York, oh, I have to unlock it to read it. Anyway, this new mayor, Mayor-elect Eric Adams, is a beautiful, shining example of the dictionary definition I just gave you of a tyrant, using power without authority. You see, my friends, no mayor can make a law. Repeat after me. No mayor can make a law. No mayor can make a law. What's that? You're exactly right. No mayor can make a law. I built the Healthy American with my rallying cry. I guess I was the first person in the United States to ever bring it to people's attention that no governor can make a law. When all these businesses were shutting down, and obviously the schools are a part of the government, but when the businesses were closing down and the restaurants and the doctor's offices, and you're like, why are you doing this? No governor has the authority to tell you to close down. The governor didn't have that authority, still doesn't have the authority, and certainly no mayor has the authority to tell any business what to do. Those actions and those restraints and those restrictions can only be done by law, which is a legislative act in the legislative branch of government. Now, they very well probably are going to come out with laws in New York and California. So, and it's not my fault. It's not that, oh, they heard Peggy Hall say that no governor can make a law, so we're going to have to pass a law in the legislature. Trust me, they've had this planned out for like 100 years, 200 years, ever since this country was founded. They've been looking for ways to destroy it. So no, it's not because the Healthy American made a big stink over the fact that no governor can make a law, no mayor can make a law, no health officer can make a law. It's the fact that they're criminals. They are all criminals, short and sweet, end of story. So dude, you got to learn, Eric. You really need to learn about basic civics and how the country is founded and how you, sir, can I call him sir? What do you think? You have no authority. All right. The emperor has no clothes, and he's going to keep the private employer cooties cure in place. All right. Enough of looking at that tyrant. So does he have authority to tell you what to do with your body? I guess so. If you live in New York, I guess so. Let's see what you have in the comments here. Hey, do me a favor, friends. Right now, I want you to pause. I want you to click the thumbs up button. We have lots of people here on our live stream, and I want that to reflect the number. And then you can also click on that share button. So let me take you right on over. This is what it looks like on my computer. Here I am on the desktop. There I am. You're going to click the thumbs up button. You're going to click that share button, and you can share it with Twitter or Facebook or other social media. And when you do that, it outsmarts, here we go, it outsmarts YouTube, because YouTube doesn't want my videos and my message to get out. So you need to help me. I've got 154,000 subscribers. Thank you to every one of you. Let's get that up to 200,000 in the coming year as soon as possible. So you're going to help me out, and I'm going to help you out. And that way I can continue answering your questions. And I'm going to do that right now. So let me take a look at some of these. How can one tyrant replace another? Because they are selected. They are not elected. They are selected. They are the puppets put in place by the puppet masters. Now, I have something really neat for you, friends, in New York. Let me do this. And this will make a wonderful end of the year gift for everyone. And it's a fundraiser for the organization. So here we go. You're going to hop right on over. So many of you have written to me, and I really appreciate your comments telling me how much you've learned from all of my free videos and really wanting to support me. So here's what you can do. You're going to click on religious exemptions. And then right here, are you looking for our help getting into stores, restaurants, transportation, and other places? Click here. Now, this one, actually, so this one is for California. Anyone in California, you can purchase this legal federal religious exemption. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then you can also go to products and classes, and you can click on the one for New York. And what I'm going to do, give me a moment, let me cue this up. I want to show you exactly what it looks like, and you'll see exactly what you are getting. This is an informational document. It is something that is intended to educate others. And I really, okay, so here's what we're going to do here. Let me get this all queued up for you, friends. In fact, I will show you mine as soon as I get that. Let me cue this up for you here one more time. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And this is what it looks like. Here we have it. All right, so it is the official notice to all agents, employers, operators, businesses, and public venues, legal federal religious exemption from 2022 to 2032. Hopefully it's not going to go on for 10 more years. And you're going to check all of what you're exempt from. So you're going to check the cooties cure, maybe all of the needles, the nasal assault, the spit in a cup, the self-suffocation devices. Maybe you want to write in temperature check or something like that. You fill it all out. You can type it in. So you pay for this, you download it, and then you're going to put your name, your signature, but don't do that until you go in front of the notary public. And you're going to have this acknowledged by the state of New York. They're going to sign it, put their official seal. And what this document is, it is a list of the federal laws and the New York laws that protect you and your ability to enter any of these places without poisoning your body. No one has the authority to tell you that. And then it talks all about the violation, the penalties and fines. So did you know in New York, pursuant to New York Civil Rights CVR 40-C discrimination, all persons within the jurisdiction of this state of New York shall be entitled to the equal protection of the laws in this state or any subdivision thereof. No person shall, because of race, creed, color, national origin, marital status, sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, or disability, and did they not put in religion, shall be subjected to any discrimination in his civil rights or any other harassment as defined in section 24025 of the penal law in the exercise thereof. And there was another one here, New York civil rights penalty for violation is all spelled out for you here. Further, there are other free and equal access to public accommodations. You cannot be denied entry. Your medical status is pure blood. I want you to argue that, and I want you to fight for that. And I want you to sign this, get it notarized, sign it in front of the notary, and I want you to stand up for your rights at these places. The other thing is, why fight to go in them? Like I have not been in Costco in going on 2 years. Why would I ever want to go? I tore up my card. Why would I want to consort and have anything to do with the sea of evil? All right, let's see what you have to say here, friends. Who owns your body? All right. Stray Dog says, God owns my body and no one else. What agency or laws say that employers should pay for what is required of their employees? Well, Lisa, those are you're going to look under your business and professions code. All right. So if your employer required you to go to a conference, are you going to pay for the conference, Laura, or is your employer going to pay for it? Your employer is going to pay for it. If you're required to have a drug test screening or whatever before you're hired, your employer pays for it. If it's required by your employer, they're requiring it. They can't require you to pay for it. If they require a uniform, they have to pay for it. It's just common sense. And it is in all of the business and professions codes. So you can do that research. All right. Canada can't have anybody over starting tomorrow. Well, Canadians are not Americans. Americans have guns and God and liberty. Canada has a queen. They believe that other people can tell them what to do, that one person can tell them what to do. They do have one person rule. We're in the United States. We don't have that. And if they go along with it, I think it's hilarious. So let me just make sure everybody understands. No one has taken away your freedom. No one has taken away your rights. No one has taken away my rights. No one has taken away my freedom at all. Why? Because I have not given it away. I've never complied, not once. Never have, never will. Oh, I've got to show you the t-shirt that my Healthy American made for me. Never have, never will. All right. Let's take a look at your questions here. My friends in Canada also had all 3 poisons. Yeah. All right. Nice to see you all here, friends. So the bottom line is this. Yeah, the bottom line is this, friends. You have authority over your body. Why are you even negotiating evil? Oh, I'm going to do that on my next live stream. I'm going to call it Don't Negotiate with Evil, right? Why are you, it's called bargaining with the devil. That's it. Why are you bargaining with the devil? It's like, I just don't understand any of it. I actually don't. You see, I've never complied at all. It kind of tickles me when people tell me that, oh, I never have either, Peggy. Yeah, except that one time when, because I had to. And well, yeah, I've flown a few times, but, I ate the whole time I was on the plane. My prayers are with those of you that are still not quite 100% with honoring God. And you're still, what did I say? Negotiating with the devil, negotiating with evil. You're still giving in. You're still giving in. It's sad. It's sad to me. It's sad to God. And I'm not being snarky. It's very sad because no one is taking away your freedom. And I'm never letting anyone take away my freedom ever. I'm living in freedom right now. Okay. I am living in freedom, heart, mind, body, and soul, because I will not participate. Pastor David's exactly the same. We have not complied at all. We never will. How could I do that? I never would. That would be like your boss saying, well, you have to sleep with me to keep your job. And you're like, well, I don't really want to sleep with you. How about if I just take my clothes off? No, I'm not talking about Hollywood. Hollywood, that's already how you have to stay in Hollywood. But that's like negotiating with evil. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, I'm just waiting for an answer. I'm waiting for an answer from all of you that have taken your clothes off at work. And by taking your clothes off, I mean doing this and doing this. And it's like, yeah, that's how little respect you have for yourself. My prayers are with you. Peggy, you don't understand. It's easy for you to say. Oh, it's easy for me to say. Why is it easy for me to say? No, it's hard. I've left 3 sources of income. I will not stand for any of it. All right. We've made plenty of sacrifices and they're nothing. That's nothing. Losing a job, who cares? I had jobs before that. I'll have jobs after that. Like I'm going to choose a job over my body, over my integrity, over my soul. I don't understand that. Now, maybe I'm more spiritually advanced. I don't know. I mean, how can it be that it's so clear to me? Oh, I know why. Because I have the power of the Holy Spirit within me and I can discern evil. Not everybody can. Not everybody can. Let's take a look at what you've got here. All right. Janie, you know the hardest thing about the 2 weeks to slow the spread? It's the first 2 years. That's the hardest. Then it gets easier. All right. Let's see. Mystic Mimi, they are under an evil spell. And so the only way to get out of that is by receiving God's grace and understanding that you're going to live in his truth and that nothing else matters but that. I'm going to have to do some videos on, I'm so sick and tired of the distortion of the truth, right? Deception. And not even these blatant things that we see, like, you know, the testing or whatever, like, that whole thing is so unbelievable to me that people go for that. I just did a video on my private channel, peggyhall.tv, called Why Get Tested? Oh, I have so many fun videos there that I can't do in the public platform. So there's another little end of the year gift for yourself, peggyhall.tv. It's about $5 a month. And you get access to all of these videos with all the ads removed. And you get all of my public speeches. You get exclusive videos that are not airing anywhere else. You get to hear my husband, Pastor David, his sermons are there. I've got other surprise videos from, it's a lot of fun. So that is over there. Shawnee said my religious exemption was denied at Kaiser. Yours and about 100 million others, right? They're evil. My question for you is, why do you want to work at Kaiser? That's my first question. What action can I take? Well, you can file your appeal. You give them a second notice, a third notice, a fourth notice, a fifth notice. You apply for unemployment. You file a grievance. You file with the EEOC. You file with the state civil rights agency. And you make them prove to you why they denied it. Doesn't make sense. And remember the story. It's not a story. The reality that I told you, that somebody came to me. They didn't use our program, unfortunately. I wish they had. They came to me after the fact and they said, Peggy, I wish I had enrolled in your program. I felt so coerced that I went ahead and took the cooties cure. And then I got terminated. Yeah, I'm laughing. How do you like them apples? Those are pretty rotten apples. And the thing for that woman, it's like, not only did she lose her job, she lost her dignity and her self-respect, and she lost her soul. I hope she'll find it again. She dishonored God. She sinned against God by giving into evil, by going along with this cult, the cooties cult, joining the cooties cult, being initiated into the rituals of the cooties cult. And even if she has no side effects from the cooties cure, she's going to have the long lasting, well, how long her life lasts, she's going to have the long lasting result of disappointing herself, giving up on herself, violating her own standards. I guess maybe she didn't have them. I don't understand why someone would do that. It's not a guarantee of your job. There's no guarantee of your job. Shawnee, you could have lost your job at Kaiser for any reason. Don't worship. Why do people worship their job? I wouldn't work there at all. They're the driver of this evil, right? They're like at the head of it. So you make your stand, you stand up for yourself, and you honor yourself, and you find something better. All right, a couple more minutes, friends. I got to get ready for the call that's going to be in half an hour. Please join us there. Oh my gosh, Go Surf says, if you take the cooties cure, the company will own your body. I didn't even think about that when I made this video. But basically, my answer is God owns my body. All right. My body belongs to God, period. He created it. He oversees it. He protects it. And I do my part. And I seek to honor God in all I do. It would never, ever, 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 ever occur to me to violate my body because an employer told me to do that? Wow, that's really low self-esteem. I mean, it's one thing if you're married and your spouse is like, honey, you better have some liposuction. You're like, I don't really want to do it, but my husband wants me to do it. That's even pretty low self-esteem. But let's say you want to make your husband happy. And so you get liposuction, even though you didn't really want to. And you did it because you were, wanted to make somebody happy, whatever. Let's say your spouse or your sibling or your son or daughter's like, oh, mom, let's get matching tattoos. And you're like, no, I don't really want to get a tattoo, but oh, it is my loved one, so I'll get a matching tattoo. You did it reluctantly, even though you didn't want to. Some people do that. But your spouse and your loved one, like, isn't that different than your employer? Am I missing something here, friends? Would someone tell me why anyone actually thinks that an employer, let alone a mayor or a governor, why an employer has the right to tell you what to do with your body? Well, Peggy, we have a no smoking policy at work. Excuse me? You're equating not smoking with injecting something into your body? I'm missing something here. Whoa, I'm missing something big time there. Further, smokers are not a protected class. There's no laws that protect the right to smoke, but you have a right to the sovereignty of your body. Imagine this. Let's do it this way. What if you went to work and your boss said, new policy, everybody, come on in, gather around. We have a brand new policy. Smoking is required. It's mandated. Everyone must smoke 3 cigarettes a day, and we're going to watch you do it. And you're like, I'm not smoking. So let me ask you that. Would you smoke a cigarette? So Shawnee, would, if Kaiser, well, you're not, you're standing up for yourself, and I applaud you. Thank God you are. Wonderful. Shawnee, I have 120 videos for free. You don't have to spend a penny, dear. Why don't you do your self-study? Okay, it's all there for free. 100, well, it's not free for me. It took me hours and blood, sweat, and tears to do it. But if you don't have a penny to spend, don't spend a penny. There are lovely, healthy Americans that have sent me donations, and that'll cover your cost. So do all the free stuff. And it's your job, it's your soul that you're counting on. You need to do your studies then. It's all there for free. All right. So let me ask you right now, how many of you would agree to smoke cigarettes at work if your boss required it in order to keep your job? I want to hear. Kevin will do the cocaine. Yeah, I've mentioned that before. I said, what about cocaine? What about heroin? What about a tattoo? What about sleeping with your boss? All of those have to do with your body. What if your boss required you to be circumcised and you had to stand in front of the panel and prove it? You had to like demonstrate that you were circumcised. How many of you would do that? How many women would, what's that called? Top surgery. How many women would have a double mastectomy if your company said, you know, we only hire non-gender people. No one can come to work with breast. Sorry, we don't allow it. It's too, it's not fair. So everyone has to come to work non-gendered. How many of you would you do that? How many of you are willing to do what your employer says with your body? Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is what I'm, okay. Yes, your soul is going to be lost. So it's not about even keeping the integrity of your body. It's about keeping the integrity of your soul. Join me, everybody. We're about to start our call a little bit with the concierge program. It is our private group consulting call. We go through all of your questions step by step in detail. You get all of our resources, our remedies, our strategies, our tips, our how-tos, how to avoid the pitfalls. What if this, what if that? Peggy, can you look at my documents? We do all of that. So if you want to learn about your rights and the laws that protect them, I want you to go right on over here. I'll show you one more time. You're going to hop right on over to thehealthyamerican.org. Click on religious exemptions. Now, it will take you right here. And Shawnee, just watch this 90-minute video. Speed watch it. You can click on the little gear and you can watch it at double speed if you want to. Get done in 45 minutes. Get done in however time. And we've helped so many people and so many corporations. Join us in one of these. You can choose the basic concierge. You can choose the plus where you get all of the previous months, and you can choose the VIP where you get all of the previous months, all of the months to come, a one-time enrollment, and you have access forever. You have access to us forever. We will see it all the way through. And we are having so many success stories. Let me end up, and this is what we're going to talk about, how to appeal if you are denied. And let me finish up here with a couple of success stories for you. And well, actually, you can see them right here on the website. So let's take a look at those. They are just, I need to update it. They are just flooding in. And you can click here to see success stories. We've just got tons of them. Here's somebody in New York City, works for the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, got the exemption. A Hindu Christian got the exemption. All right. College students working in the medical field. Just dropping a note to let you know, the video you did, pitfalls to avoid, I followed that. I got my religious exemption request was approved in less than 24 hours. Shawnee, you should watch that. It's right there. It's free. This could not have been done without your excellent and informative videos. All right. And for those of you, they've said, oh my gosh, it's the best money I've ever spent being in the program. We want to help you. Is it 100%? No, not if you're working for criminals, but you will know how to defend yourself. You will know how to go get another job because they're going to try to discriminate against you in a new job. So let us help you understand your rights and how to express them. We have an extremely strong track record. There are so many people that come to us after they've been to attorneys, after they've been to other websites, and they're like, oh, I submitted this affidavit. It's like, well, that's not going to work. There's no law that has that as its foundation, but you can invoke your legal federal religious exemption. You also can do a medical exemption. We don't counsel on that, but the approach is similar. And we talk to you about how to go through the interviews, what to do if they're harassing you. And we want you to be successful, friends. We really do. So join us over at thehealthyamerican.org. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to all you wonderful Healthy Americans. I may be doing a bonus show this week, so stay tuned. I want to always be back with you at Peggy to the rescue and always at thehealthyamerican.org.